Okay, next question is, what are the conditions of a witness in Islam for someone's testimony to be accepted? What are the conditions? Just think, use your minds. What do you think would be the conditions for someone to be a valid witness in an Islamic court? In an Islamic court, for the judge to depend upon his testimony, what do you think are some of the conditions?
Sanity.
Sanity. He cannot be Majnoon. Ahsant. Why not? Why can't he be Majnoon? What's the problem with being mad and insane?
His testimony might not be, it could be cloudy and not
Clear
and true because of his mental state.
Jingy. Ahsant. Further. The kunya.
Abdul Shakur.
Do you have a kunya? Abu
Abdul Shakur.
Abu Abdul Shakur. Abdul Shakur. You have no kunya? You have any children? Abdul Shakur. Further.
The person has to be truthful.
He has to be truthful. And how do you know someone is truthful when you bring him to court? Good question, right?
No. Very good question. I
don't know.
Who determines who's truthful? Allah sent down a verse about Fulan in court?
No, people have to do it.
The people have to do it. Well, that was just known and commonly practiced. Play it. Something else. Quickly. This is quick. Follow.
The individual has to be the individual has to have some general religiosity.
He has to be righteous.
Religious. Yeah.
He doesn't have to be perfect, but he has to be righteous. Someone who's known to be righteous. You don't see him walking down the street drinking alcohol, smoking a cigarette, talking to women that he's not allowed to talk to about things that he's not allowed to talk to them about. You know what I'm saying? If you speak to a woman, khalas, everyone knows what I'm saying. And involve yourselves in illegal things. This is not an accepted witness in the Islamic court. Someone who's an open sinner. Not someone who made a mistake one day, he drunk with his left hand once, someone who's known to be a fasiq. Open public sinner without no shyness. His shahada is to be rejected. Right? As Allah said in the Quran, لا شهادتهم إيش أبدا. Sahih? What else?
That they be Muslim.
That they be Muslim. When it comes to testifying against other Muslims, or they have to absolutely be Muslim?
They have to absolutely be Muslim.
So what if there's an Islamic state and they're not Muslims living in an Islamic state? Okay, we have Jews and Christians living in an Islamic state now, an Islamic country, and they have a car accident, a Jew and a Christian, and they live in an Islamic state now, so they can't go. The court is going to be Islamic. They stand in front of the qadi and they say, he hit me. No, it was his fault. He didn't back up. Then what? I'll bring you witnesses. The Yehudi or the Nasrani, the Christian, he brings the witness. Huh? But with Muslims, it has to be. Jaded. What else? There's more. Fadla, above it.
You have to be mukallaf.
Mukallaf, of age, how reliable for your deeds. Sane and of age. طيب.
And you have to be someone who have the mind. Like he's never somebody crazy.
طيب. As I mentioned it. طيب. Ahsan. What else? Something else.
If it's a man, it's one. If it's a woman,
Ahsan. Two that, like, when it comes to certain things, which is a specific number of witnesses, that has to be fulfilled. Like, because there are certain crimes, certain offenses, certain issues in which there are a specific number of witnesses which are required. Okay? Not all things are the same level in Islam. Sometimes they need 4, sometimes 2, and so on and so forth. Well, type something else. What about being free, a free man, and not
you cannot
a
be a slave.
Why can't you be a slave? Some scholars say that the person has to be free. Another scholar say, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, min rijalikum, from your men. And he didn't say men, ahrar wala abid, qala rijalikum, wa hadha rajul. Aywa, they say that. Alright, so the issue of this is what? If there's a sinful person, or not even a sinful person, if a person comes to you and they say that me and Fulan did so and so and so and so, or I took Fulan to so and so and such place, which is a haram place, or at least a place that you shouldn't go to. At least you can say it's disliked, or it could involve haram things. But what would you do? Would you accept his testimony about the other person? If you said that I took him, I went there with him,
No,
you would accept the testimony.
that's the horse's mouth, man.
The horse's mouth.
He just admitted it.
You have to investigate. Investigate. You sure? Two people come to me. The one person comes to me. Let's use this example. Mustafa and Tariq. You tell me, Mustafa, that last night or last week or last year, I took Tariq to such and such place. And Tariq has no business going there. He has no business going there. Whether the place is haram, 100%, whatever, 50%, he has no place being in that place. And by him going there is something that's very, very, very negative with regards to him. But you took him to the place. So would I accept your testimony? Why not? Because you were sinful too. Just as guilty by taking him to the place. You sure? So he went to the place with him, and then later on he told on him.
It's because
So we believe him.
because we don't take the testimony of someone who's public sinner.
Tayyib. So if he's guilty for going to the place which is a public sin, how about the person who took him?
Same thing.
Okay. Okay.
They count for that too.
خلاص؟
No,
طيب واضح؟
no.
واضح؟ Regardless, let's say Tariq wasn't aware that the place was haram. But we're going to jump on Tariq because he went. But we're going to accept the testimony of the one who took him.
I'm saying the one that took him wasn't aware.
No, he was aware. He took him to the place.
He was the one who reported it.
Aywa. Tariq said, I want you to take me to the male, I'll protect him. Let's take from the place where they make khamr. Okay, no problem, I'll take you. Then later on, Mustafa says, I took Tariq to where they sell khamr. He went there. I think I should know that. Do we depend upon that narration of the one who took him to the place?
The
You understand now?
no.
do.
Is still the horse's mouth or no? You sure about this?
No.
You can depend on it.
You can depend on
You
it.
can depend on it.
You can depend on it.
He told on himself.
He told on himself.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I mean. He told himself.
So, if a person is a well-known facet and he confesses to something about himself, would you accept it?
It's for himself.
Yeah, you would accept it.
But it's on himself.
You said, I made zina, stone me.
Right.
Okay, but Fulan and 3 other sinful people saw Fulan make zina. Would you accept it then?
La.
No.
No. La.
Maybe.
I mean, if he admitted that he did it,
Jameen, he did it, but now he's informing us about someone else.
I don't know about the other people, but he did it.
The main goal is Tariq right now, not Mustafa.
In Islamic
We really don't care about Mustafa. It's Tariq that we care about right now. He went to the brothel or the brewery, whatever you want to call it. Okay, or the bar, the club. He went Tariq. Mustafa took him to that place, knowing that that was a place of khamr. You would accept Mustafa's statement about himself. The question is, would you accept Mustafa's statement about Tariq?
No.
Allah Alam. What you think?
No.
Okay, in the normal court, will we accept Mustafa's statement if he was a known fasiq? Yes or no? No, Muslim court, Sharia. Islamic court. He has to be adl. He has to be just, as you all said. He has to be righteous. Everybody get the point?
No.
طيب, it's food for thought. It's food for thought. طيب? Khair, inshallah. Okay, next question. Because we're not talking about kitab or shahadat. That's a whole separate chapter of fiqh. And we ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to make it easy one day to have the ability to study that. Inshallah, in the masjid. It's very important when it comes to testimonies. Whose testimony you can take and whose testimony you cannot take. It's extremely important. In general and specifically hadith. Fadal.
You could take Mustafa's statement against himself, but you couldn't take it against the brothers.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
Because he's telling you about something else. We know he might be lying. He's a sinner.
He could tell. He probably could
He can
testify on
confess.
himself, but he can't tell
He
the
can't
brothers
take
he's
it.
an open sinner.
Okay, thank you. What do you guys think about that?
Nah, man, I
You agree?
I agree.
It's like bringing somebody down with you, like.
You agree or disagree? Khalid, and we want to
Testimony's good,
just
but
see what you
the
feel
snitching-
about it. I mean, we're not saying the ruling is right or wrong. I'm just, they said food for thought. This is just a preface to the dose. And hopefully you'll be able to reflect upon it and apply it to current things. طيب, I take this person to this place, and then later on I tell them, and they accept my statement. Allah musta'an. Khairan inshallah. Okay, inshallah, no more questions with regards to the shahadat, with exceptions or exclusions to this question. You got a special.
My answer is, can a Catholic be a witness?
Can a kafir be a witness? طيب. If he's testifying against a Muslim, that's one ruling. If he's testifying against another non-Muslim, and let's say a Jew or a Christian, those who can live in the Islamic State, then that's two different issues. As for him making a testimony against a Muslim, then that's an issue in itself. We know that the shahid should be pious, and there is no piety unless he is Muslim. Khayr inshallah. Well, there's no piety unless there is Islam, let alone the other things. That's the basic asl of piety is Islam, the sunnah and akhlaq and so on and so forth. As for them testifying against each other, that's a separate issue.